would be a bit easier decision for now, at least.
Yeah, you can't.
Maybe we'll come back to you, but today, this is just the smart decision today. So,
100%.
yeah. People forget about how that affected the game in general, man. I was in line the other day.
COVID year is gonna be the new. Remember when we was kids and say my coach, the reason I ain't go pro. Type shit.
I ain't go pro because of COVID.
That COVID year fucked me up, man.
I was in the Trap Music Museum looking around like, damn, what happened to COVID, dog? Remember we couldn't do none of this shit?
Yeah.
It felt great. It felt great to just be like, man, no mask and just out with the people, man. That was an awesome feeling.
You get to see the talent face.
Yeah. Oof. It was one chick. It's so funny you said I ain't gonna go on no tangent. I saw this one chick.
Go ahead, bro.
In the liquor store one day, and them fucking eyes was so gorgeous. I just wanted that mask off. I was like, I just want to see what the rest of us hitting on. Yeah, man. I still remember this chick. Probably. Man, them eyes was killer. I'll never forget you, ma'am. If you're listening, email me.
One time for the great folks at takeavaycay.com. Be sure to visit takeavaycay.com. Use coupon code ROLLUP at checkout for 20% off of all vapes. They have vapes in the flavors of cherry pie, bubblegum OG, blue dream, and straw nana. And they also have gummies in the flavors of blue raspberry, kiwi, watermelon, and pomegranate. If you can't take THC and got to pass drug test and you want to take something that may help you wind down at bedtime, they have a sleepy gummy, natural botanicals of ashwagandha, lemon balm, and melatonin. Again, coupon code ROLLUP at checkout, 20% off. Everything's federally legal to your mailbox. No jump out boys pulling up on you. Big three talk, man. Big three talk, man. I had a great time, man. We'll get it if we have time. I don't want to do no more media day stuff because we running long as hell right now. Put it in reverse. Terry Day was big for Florida State. You want to kick it off with some Florida State talk, CJ?
Yeah, we'll jump on.
BRB.
So like I say, I said the last show that it'd be the 4th of July could have some fireworks, and FSU got it started with Elijah Moore, the 4-star receiver out of the Maryland area. Shout out to the DMV. We just had Vontae on that DC, Virginia, that Maryland area, some players out there. Beat out Ohio State for Moore's commitment. I like this kid a lot. 4-star, 6'4", 290 pounds. Big time playmaker, long catch radius, physical guy. He has it's a highlight run on the side on the timeline, from a 707 clip where he caught a one-handed catch over a corner. They didn't have a shot at getting the ball at all. Palmed the ball, wasn't any shuffling with anything like that, man. So big hands. Kid is a playmaker. I like this kid a lot. I really like this kid a lot. I think he's underrated. I'm pretty sure he'll jump a little rankings a little bit because 247. The composite has him a 4. He's a 3 on the 247 rankings. I think they should update his rankings pretty soon. Probably after his senior season, whatever it may be. But regardless, even if it doesn't update, I think we all watch film. I think Elijah Moore is one of those type of guys. He's a big time playmaker. And we also got a commitment for Rydarius Morgan, a 3-star safety out of Phoenix City, Alabama. Beat out the Miami Hurricanes and the Auburn Tigers for his commitment. I like Red a lot. 6 foot. He's on the slender side, like 175. But he's a really physical kid. Fast flow runs to the ball, gets to the football in a hurry. One of those guys that's a missile on the field, man. Plays really fast. So we got those guys in the fold. So it's pretty good.
Is the Miami side counting this as a whiff or
I don't know, but some of them, they need to get their damn lives together, man, because some people saying it was a whiff, this, that, another. Like, for instance, Gabby was all in on this guy. Like, you hear all in on a lot of guys. He was all in on this guy saying, Miami's pretty high on him, this, that, and the other. The defensive coordinator was his lead recruiter. They felt pretty good coming out of the visit, and he was a guy that was really high on Miami's board as far as his safety board. I know for a fact Auburn didn't want him, but you got some people on the timeline saying, he wasn't a take from Miami, this, that, and another. I guess they was waiting for Patterson. That's the only safety left that they'll take after they took the Matt kid or whatnot from St. Thomas. I don't know, but from people, and I guess Leon can answer this too. He could get an opinion on it, but I've been hearing mixed reviews. Some people say he was high on Miami's board. He was absolutely a take. Other people were saying Miami liked him, but they were slow playing him a little bit. And I know Miami did have the last official visit for him. He officially visited.
Oh yeah, y'all dead ass serious if y'all sending out OVs now.
No, I wasn't going for that take. I think he was a guy that was a bit of a late riser on our board, but I think he was a take. I wouldn't try to play him like, nah, he wasn't a take or we were slow playing him, because you got to remember, we could possibly lose both of our starting safeties this year.
Yeah.
So we got to bring in a few numbers, period. Like the Pruitt kid, we're not playing at safety. So, nah, I don't buy it. It was just all about Patterson, because we got to throw a few numbers at safety regardless. We got Isaiah Thomas. Shout out to him. He did get his 4-star from Rivals. I want to shoot him. Shout out real quick.
That's one of them, huh?
He was one of my guys too, actually, that I had on the list that I thought could rise up.
He's a 4-star just on Rivals or on the composites? Where we at with it?
Well, he got his 4th on Rivals. I don't know what his new composite is. I just know Rivals gave him his 4th, so I had to, see if it pushed him up enough or whatever.
Shout out to that boy, man.
But no, yeah. I won't go with that. I think he was a guy that they were observing, liked, and then I think they would turn the pressure up more. I think a little bit later. So I wouldn't try to play it like, nah, he wasn't no take. Nah, I think he was a take and a good player.
Yeah, I'm gonna say if you watch his film, he's a ball player. So that was 2 commits for the 4th. I think what brings the total to 4 for July. We got a couple announcements coming this weekend, July the 15th. Jonathan Daniels, the top 100 4-star composite offensive tackle out of Pensacola Pine Forest. He'll be announcing his commitment. He did announce a top 3 on the 4th as well with FSU, Georgia, and Kentucky. I like FSU here. Being like an FSU here for a while, I think his official visit pretty much sealed things up with that. So it could be some good news for FSU on July the 15th. 4-star running back, top 200 player, Mekhi Danzy out of Florida High. He announced he'll be committing on July the 15th as well. Another guy that's been FSU multiple times took his official visit over the summer as well. Explosive, one of the fastest guys in the country. He had the second fastest 400 for a high school prep guy this past track season. So big time speed guy. And lastly, for July 15th, 3-star defensive back out of Palm Beach Cardinal Newman's Kevin Levy. He will be announcing his commitment as well. So it could be a pretty interesting. I think I like FSU here. From things I've been hearing, I think FSU could get some good news here as well. So it could be an interesting week, another interesting weekend as well for FSU this upcoming Saturday. We'll see how that works out. I know on the last show I said I like FSU to have 7 commits for the month of July. We have 4 right now, so we'll in good position. We'll see if that holds true. And Charles Lester, he announces at the end of the month as well. So this weekend could be pretty interesting for FSU. That's all I got for us on that end.
Who y'all whipped on or put it in?
Oh yeah, we whipped on the 4th. So I think we only whipped on one person on the 4th of July, and that was Kylan Fox, and that's pretty much been a trend for the last couple of weeks with him. The 4-star receiver, forgot the kid's name just that quick, man. That's what
he don't matter no more.
Yeah, once they move on. That's how I treat him. The 4-star receiver out of St. Thomas Aquinas. God dang it, man! I've been talking about the kid. I'll look it up real quick.
STA.
It's what with Nebraska.
Oh no, that was
what did he commit? No, somebody. Missouri. What did he commit?
Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri.
Same thing.
Same thing. Right? Yeah, James Madison the second, 4-star receiver at St. Thomas Aquinas, ended up committing to Mizzou. I said on last show, I feel like we only had one spot for a receiver of that stature, bigger receiver that we want to hold out for. In that spot with Elijah Moore, I think the staff liked Elijah Moore a little better on their board. I think if FSU had the space, I really think that Madison would be a no. He is from Missouri as well originally, so that home state kid. So that's the that's the reason. But people was asking, how's Missouri in his recruitment and stuff like that. He's from Missouri and has ties to the state. So I think if FSU had space, it would have probably been a no. But we only had one spot available for that type of receiver left. I'm not going to say left because it's a couple guys. That's what I'm going to segue to as well. It's a couple guys at FSU are holding spots out. It's 3 guys actually. JoJo, the 2 teammates, JoJo Trader and Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, my bad. Jeremiah Smith. down there at Chaminade. Those are two guys that FSU are definitely holding spots for. And the last one that they are holding spots for, he just committed to Texas A&M. That was a shocker as well. From Phoenix City, Alabama, he's the teammate of Darius Morgan and Cameron Coleman. We thought it was going to be an Auburn lean at one point in time, but he went ahead and popped to Texas A&M. That's a guy they're going to continue to recruit throughout the entire season. You know, with Texas A&M and how the quarterback and receiver has looked, you know, under Jimbo the last couple of years. They could be losing this, that, and other. I think that's a guy that isn't 100% in the boat, to be honest with you. So it's three receivers currently that FSU is going to recruit to the end. That's Cameron Coleman, JoJo Trader, and Jeremiah Smith. Those are the three guys that is going to recruit regardless because, you know, they're that type of player, right? Those elite type of kids. Other than that, they're done at the receiver position, and that's the reason why I feel like James Madison ended up choosing Mizzou over FSU. So I won't call that one a whiff. I will call Colin Fox a whiff because FSU definitely wanted his commitment 100%.
How you Because I seen a little bit. You know, I don't really be timeline heavy, but I have seen a little bit where some people maybe not pissed off per se, but a few maybe a little disgruntled with y'all recruiting. Coming off of last year, having a good year, how you feel just in general about where y'all sitting right now?
No, I'm cool because I feel like now it's been some wills. Like for instance, the couple offensive linemen that chose USC, Colin Fox, maybe another one offhand I'm really thinking about. But those are some of the wills that stood out to people, right? And I get it. I guess it's just not. I think FSU they was in position for a lot of good kids that just didn't go the way, and they feel like it could have been, you know, top five-ish if those commitments would have went our way. That's probably why they're feeling a little bullish on certain things. I know it's a lot left in July. I feel like the commits that we will possibly get in July, that'll put us in the top 10, 9-ish or so. But the staff, not necessarily the staff, the fans, we just wanted that. They were wanting that in June, rather, at that point in time, just that how can I put this, that perfect class, so to speak, in regards to everything going right at FSU, not missing anybody. So, but yeah, I understand this concern on a couple of positions in the Wills, but especially defense tackle. You know, that's something we've been talking about for longer. It's just the lack of the defensive tackle board, the defensive line board in general. But we got a commitment to D.D. Holmes, the 4-star defensive end out of Washington D.C., who I like a lot. But I don't know, man. I think the kids we do got. In the kids that's on board, rather, it could be top 10-ish probably going into August if everything holds true how it should be. So that's okay. But there's some wills for sure that were concerning. But overall, I'm cool with it. No problem at all. If they can close on some of the guys down the stretch, that there's going to be some December type of guys, then we'll see exactly, you know, what's what with the class and what the complaints could be, what the concerns could be, rather, what the concerns